Okay. So we have Rabbi Lazar Dromia, who comes before Rabbi Yossi and seems to ask if Rabbi Eliezer really taught this, and then he quotes Rabbi Eliezer saying, one who's ne'eman on his Maser Sheni is ne'eman on Maser Rishon.
Okay, just for the sake of precision, what exactly is the question he's asked?
I understood that he's asking if it was Rabbi Eliezer who taught this.
Right. The second time, that's not quite what you said the first time, right? He wants to know, is this Mishnah Rabbi Eliezer? Right? The first time he said, is this Mishnah really Rabbi Eliezer? Like he had some idea that it was Rabbi Eliezer, and now he wants to know if it's really so. Here he's actually, it's strange that they say by kume, that the Yerushalmi does that sometimes, because it doesn't sound like a question, it sounds like a statement. But it's the equivalent of, right, just saying, Magnitin Rabbi Eliezer, right? The difference is apparently that perhaps Rabbi Elazar of Dromia is a junior, Rabbi Yossi is a senior, in which case maybe when you address somebody like that, you address in the form of a question.
I mean, by kume, doesn't that usually infer master disciple?
Yeah, usually. Is it going to bother anybody if I turn on the fan?
No.
It's really slow. Let's go back. Oh, great. That would be, yeah, sure. Okay. Did anybody check Rabbi Elazar Dromia?
My assumption was that he's somewhere, it's obvious, but somewhere in the south, and when he says he went
Well,
up,
that was why you had to select it, right?
It means he goes to the Galil.
Right, that's what, right. That's certainly what Moshe understands also. But I mean, just in terms of generation and so on, it's worth looking up. I myself didn't look it up either. Rabbi Yossi we already know. Who's Rabbi Yossi? You can't do wrong if you say in Yerushalmi a Talmud of, right? You always have a pretty good. It's a pretty good bet to say that you're dealing with a Talmud of Rabbi Yochanan. I think he's from the third generation of. So that is say the third generation from Rabbi Yochanan. So we could say that Rabbi Avin is. Now I'm confused. Rabbi Yochanan we generally say second generation. I guess it's Talmidim. The third generation of Rabbi Yossi is one of them.
We can just automatically assume it's not a son of Rabbi Yossi.
Yes, we can assume. Yeah.
Because of the Aramaic.
Because of the way that they're talking to one another. Yeah. It's not a Baraita. It doesn't have any of the markers of a Baraita either. Okay.
The question is what for the mission.
So.
I'm still trying to load more, but just a quick Google search. It appears there's Rabbi Elazar ben Yitzchak Ishkar Deron.
Okay.
The pages haven't loaded yet to tell me anything more about him, but that's the closest that pops up on Google.
Okay. The general place to go for this kind of thing? I like
Stenberger?
Sorry?
Stenberger? In English.
I'm not familiar with Stenberger in English.
He's the English
Stenberger.
version.
Oh, Strachan.
But it's in like the 96 version, like where they have. He's got like a main feature.
My source is in the Holy Talmudim. In Aldec, we don't have it in State Midrash. It's out of print, but I have it in my house, so I look there. I'll try to bring it for the next couple of times. I forgot today. If I teach again, which I hope I do. Okay. So now the tricky part, David. Why does Rabbi Elazar Dromia think that this Mishnah is Rabbi Eliezer?
I'm not sure.
Okay. What is he referring to when he's talking about some machloket Rabbi Eliezer and Chachamim? What Rabbi Eliezer is he referring to? Okay, good. You know which Rabbi Eliezer, that's fine, but I want to know what statement. It's a Tosefta. Okay? Yes, Tosefta Maser Sheni. The Tosefta says as follows. והלל אומר, מפריש אדם מעשר ראשון של דמאי, ותורמו ואוכלו, ואין צריך להפריש שני. A person can be mafrish maser rishon on Jemai, give trumat maser, and eat it, and he doesn't have to do maser sheni. Beit Shammai omer tzarich lafrish sheni. Shani omer, it actually says shini omer. Huram hashini, huram harishon. If the maser sheni is taken, then the maser rishon is taken. Huram harishon, lo huram hashini. But just because the maser rishon is taken, doesn't mean that the maser sheni is taken.
Right, the right is switching between what one has to do to what we have an assumption of what people, if someone's done something, that they have done something else.
Apparently so. 1 second.
It's qualified as a ne'eman in that category.
Right, but the first statement was about whether one has to do this on Zimai.
Yes, essentially what happens is you get something from Amaretz. All right? So it's a Dmai.
Right,
Right?
so that makes perfect sense.
And you know, right? So your question is, so you have to take Maser Rishon because you can't assume that you took Maser Rishon. The question is, can you assume that you took Maser Sheni or not? And Beit Shammai adds on this piece, right? Huram Sheni, Huram Rishon. If the second was taken, then you can be sure that the first was taken. Huram Rishon, lo Huram Sheni. Just because the first was taken, you don't know that the second was taken. Unusual little piece here. The end of the Baraita, the end of the Tosefta here says the halakha k'divrei Beit Shammai, which is not what we expect to hear. In the Yerushalmi, they ask about it and they say ein poskim lefi divrei Tosfot, which I'm not sure that the Tosfot the Maharam and the Rosh would like to hear, but I don't think so.
Take it like that.
In any case, clearly, right?
They
They're saying they have a position. Very much, well, you don't have it exactly, but the way that, snotty academics like me say, when it says the Hilchata at the end, that's not even really in the Gemara, right? So they also don't take it very seriously, this business of having the psak be inside the Baraita. Yes?
I mean, if I remember correctly from something I was looking at earlier in the year, that when you take the stuff, like, they didn't actually, in practice, expect you to take all of the masrot. If I remember correctly, it was like, you took, like, the practice was to take maser sheni, which you yourself got, but that they weren't going out of their way to give the masrot that actually went to other people. And I think
there were two different levels.
Truma maser, because it was truma they had to give. But the assumption was that for Maser Rishon and for Maser Oni, they were not to be paid about because it was almost in favor of Raya. So you didn't really have to give it because if somebody was going to complain, let them take it to court and take it from you.
Right.
So I think that's maybe what's underlying this, that if they say that they took Maser Sheni, you can't assume that they took Maser Rishon because there wasn't an assumption that that was necessary because that was giving it to somebody else, whereas Sheni you were keeping for yourself.
Okay. In any case, yes, you're right. So you want to say in that case it makes sense that halacha would be like Beit Shammai, right? Although no, Beit Shammai said the opposite of that. And Huram Sheni, Huram Rishon. If they take Maser Sheni, you can assume that they took Maser Rishon. If they take Maser Rishon, you can't assume they took Maser Sheni. So your assumption is like Beit Hillel. In any case, this is the part that's important. Ra'auto sheifrish Maser Sheni, ne'eman al Rishon divrei Rabbi Eliezer. וחכמים אומרים נאמן על ראשון, נאמן על השני, נאמן על השני, אין נאמן על הראשון. Right, which is very much what you just said. Right? So, Rabbi Eliezer says, if you saw that he took Maser Sheni, he's Ne'eman on Maser Rishon. Chachamim say, if you're Ne'eman on Rishon, you're Ne'eman on Sheni, but if you're Ne'eman on Sheni, you're not Ne'eman on Rishon. Okay, that's our Baraita. Now, how does it fit here? People saw different Mefarshim. I saw the Pnei Moshe, so before we go into the Pnei Moshe, did anybody see Ma'arav Fulda?
Pnei Moshe seems to say the same thing and more as Ma'arav Fulda, essentially.
Well, no, Ma'arav Fulda tries to make it work with the first keta of the Mishnah.
Baz also does that. So what does Ma'arav Fulda have to say?
He's trying to make it work with this whole idea of the Lega and Shekha and all of that, but it doesn't really sort of